Hey guys, welcome back to Tying Tuesday. My name is Kyle. Today we're going to be tying a little streamer called the Sucker's Prayer. Really cool little streamer. Let's get started. So the hook I'm using for this guy today is an Ahrex XO 750 in a size 8. Get my hook in the vise here. Thread I'm using for this guy is a UTC 70 in olive. I'm going to start my thread about 2 eyes behind the eye there. Get my thread started. I'm going to snip out my tag. I'm going to work this thread right to about the bend of this hook. So about right there. Next material is going to be our tail and part of our body, which is going to be a barred rabbit strip by Fulling Mill in an olive brown. I'm going to separate, get my fingers wet here, separate the fibers so I can bite down good on that hide there. I'm going to give one loose wrap just to kind of center that out and then give it some good wraps going forward there. One more wrap, and then we're gonna fold that rabbit back and bring our thread back to the shank of the hook there. Next material is gonna be our underbody. I'm using a streamer straggle metallic in the olive brown from Fulling Mill. And I'm gonna tie this in, bend that rabbit back. Tie this in right on the side of the shank there. Get it good and tied in, move my thread forward. All right there. And then we're just gonna overhand wrap this forward. I'm gonna pull the fibers back as I wrap. Just like so. Keep wrapping there. Couple more wraps. And then we're gonna tie it off right there. Couple of wraps, and then we're gonna trim out our excess. Kind of clean this up a little bit. Next, I'm gonna fold the rest of that rabbit strip over the top. I'm gonna give it one loose wrap there, and then we're really gonna crank down on it. Just like so. Some good thread wraps there, just like that. I like to come in here, you might have a little bit of a mess by the eye with some of these straggle string fibers. Just kind of trim those out. Just like that. Next, we're gonna add some flash to the top of this fly. I'm using an ice wing fiber in the color brown. I like to get a pretty good clump of this stuff. Kind of pull it apart. My hands there. Just get a nice, just like that. And then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna do one loose wrap, get it centered on the top there, and then we're gonna fold the other half back towards the bend of the hook. Good clean wraps there, just like that. You're gonna lose a little bit of material, but that's all right. Just like that. Next, we're gonna build our head. I'm gonna make a dubbing loop here. And close that loop off. Grab my dubbing twister, and we're gonna use that same color rabbit strip we used earlier, the brown barred olive by Fully Mill, but this is a cross cut. Just makes for a little bit better head. I like to put the cross cut in my loop there and then just snip right alongside the hide there. You can use a dubbing loop tool for this, but I find it pretty easy just to do it the way I did it there. I'm gonna give this a spin. Brush out these fibers a little bit. Normally I have a dubbing brush, but I don't today, so looks pretty good right there. And then we're just gonna start wrapping this forward. We're just gonna push those fibers back as we wrap. Might not have to use all of this, but it's all right. We're gonna capture that right there. Capture that off, trim out our loop. Pull these fibers back and then start wrapping up on top of itself. Just like so. Nice little thread head there. A little bit more. Just like that. I'm gonna give this guy a whip finish. I'm gonna snip out our thread, and then we are gonna glue our eyes on. Now there's a few ways you can do the eyes. You can use UV resin, but in all honesty, just the gel super glue I feel like works the best. This stuff, let's go. Put a little dollop right on the side there. And the eyes I'm using today are the Living Eyes in a fire color and a 4mm. This is where it can get a little tricky, just take your time with it. Put one eye on first. Flip it over, get the other eye. The gel super glue works real well for this just because it's like a gel, it doesn't soak into the material. So I really like to use this stuff. Grab another one of my eyes. Just dab it on there. Make sure they're nice and centered. And there you have it. If you like this pattern today, you could give us a like and subscribe. You can find all these materials on our website at AvidMax.com or come see us in the shop. Thanks for watching.